All right, so we got the 1096 spoilers, and I'm sure you've heard all the hype coming into this chapter, and that's because we're continuing the God Valley flashback here, and we're seeing a lot and finding out a lot. Like, this is like a jam-packed chapter. But real quick, let me just go over what had happened in the previous chapter, or at least just at the end of it. So we went into Kuma's flashback, found out that he's a part of the Buccaneer race, a race that was completely wiped out by the Celestial Dragons and the world government, Kuma being the only one left. We also found out that he was a slave at God Valley. And also at God Valley, they had what they say a native hunting competition. And that at that competition, Saint Figurlin Garland, who is very likely to be Shanks' father, is like pound for pound number one there. And coming into the end of that chapter, we saw that Kuma encountered young Ivankov and a girl named Ginny. And of course, they're all looking to escape there. So now coming into this chapter, Ivankov and Kuma create a plan to escape God Valley by taking the Devil Fruit prizes from the slave hunt tournament and using them. So that's a great idea, actually, and considering, you know, we've seen these characters currently in the series, we know that they successfully achieved this. And if we go back to the previous chapter, we did see that they had like at least 6 of these chests as prizes. And I guess each of these chests contain a devil fruit, as most of us assumed, or at least I did, except I didn't think that there would be like paramecias. I thought that they were all going to be mythical Zoans, because we knew for sure that Kaido's fruit was there, because that was the first fruit we ever heard of coming from God Valley, when Big Mom revealed that she was the one that gave Kaido his fruit in this very flashback 38 years ago. But it turns out that also the Pawpaw fruit and the Hormone fruit was a part of the prizes too. And that's understandable because they're pretty incredible. I mean, the Hormone fruit's okay, but the Pawpaw fruit is like, it doesn't even make sense. Rocks, pirates, come to God Valley and we see them together with Kaido. Garp is also sent there as well. All right, this is huge, and I honestly don't know how much we're seeing here. I mean, I want to get excited, but then again, it is Oda, and he might just stick to the silhouettes. I mean, I hope that we just straight up see rocks here, because it's about time, don't you think? And I'm thinking that we do, considering that the leakers have been very conservative this time around. And I've even, heard them say, don't judge the chapter based on this brief spoiler. There's still more content, which is usually the case. So hopefully we do see rocks and the rest of them, not just Big Mom, Kaido, and Whitebeard. Like maybe we'll see Captain John, Huang Ji, and maybe even Shaki. Probably not. But adjacent to Shaki, Elder Neon, aka Gloriosa from Amazon Lily, is a member of the Rocks Pirates too. That's a crazy reveal. We did not know that at all. Gloriosa is one of the last characters we would have expected to be a pirate, which means that she is literally gaslighting the entire nation of Amazon Lily and the viewers of this series. And to be honest, it makes sense that she was a part of the Rocks Pirates, because I think I see where this is going, or at least I hope I do. So considering that Elder Neon, aka Gloriosa, is a part of the Rocks Pirates here, and we know that Shakuyaku, probably a Rocks Pirate as well, maybe not, but they are affiliated nonetheless because they both come from Amazon Lily. But going backwards from Hancock, Gloriosa was like the Empress of Amazon Lily, and then after her it was Shaki, and then after her it was the Unknown, which we'll get to, and then after her it was Hancock, who is currently the Empress. So Gloriosa being here also makes me think that Dragon is here as well, because the big legendary talked about battle at God Valley is Garp and Roger going against Rocks. And we know that Garp is coming here because in the previous spoilers it said, Garp is also sent there, and we know that the big iconic battle from God Valley is Garp and Roger taking on the Rocks Pirates. So I think sooner or later it's going to be revealed that Dragon was probably with Garp. He was probably like, I don't know, Rear Admiral or something at that point, maybe a captain, I don't know. But I'm assuming that once Dragon shows up, he's going to see the native hunting game or something like that. He's just going to see how despicable the Celestial Dragons are, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm done with this. I'm going to become a revolutionary. And then I assume he's going to be the one that helps Kuma, Ivankov, and Ginny escape. And I think Gloriosa will have something to do with that as well, because I'm pretty sure the Empress of Amazon Lily, before for Hancock is Luffy's mother, because Gloriosa said that that specific empress died of the love disease. And of course that coincides with the same thing that Hancock was feeling for Luffy, because I'm thinking that the former empress was feeling that for Dragon. And after she gave birth to Luffy, she passed, I suppose, from whatever. I mean, it also parallels to Rouge and Ace. All different circumstances, but you know, just death being the common factor. And the big smoking gun here that I think pretty much solidifies this is Kuma sending Luffy to Amazon Lily, right? Like, we wondered, why did he send him there of all places? It's like, oh, because he knows Luffy's mom comes from there. He sent him to his homeland, essentially. Because if what I'm speculating about is true here, then of course Kuma would know everything, because he was there. He was with Dragon, he was with Gloriosa, he was with all of them, or at the minimum he just knew. So yeah, that's Luffy's mom, I guess. I'll make another video about this just so that it has its like own side thing and it's not, you know, trapped inside of a 1096 spoiler video. Obviously I'm not the first one to come up with that, I know, but I think it should be the popular theory at this point if it's not. Among the prizes, there are Kaido's devil fruit and Kuma's devil fruit, and Ivankov and Kuma plan to take them to escape. Big Mom arrives and confronts Ivankov. She takes the devil fruit Ivankov held, which was Kaido's, but Kuma manages to eat his pawpaw fruit and meet Saturn. Okay, so that's how it happened. Big Mom just snatched Kaido's fruit from Ivankov, but Kuma was able to eat his pawpaw fruit first. So maybe the hormone fruit isn't here and Ivankov gets it at another time possibly, but it seems like it's probably gonna be here. Maybe she grabbed another one. Also, with all of these empty chests here from the devil fruits being consumed, I'm also thinking that this is what leads to Shanks, you know, little baby Shanks winding up in one of these chests. Like, I'm thinking someone might snatch him from Garling, because, you know, I'm still under the assumption that Shanks is Garling's son, and Garling is there, and maybe he brought Shanks with him or something. I don't know, who knows? I mean, he has to be there. Shanks has to be at God Valley right now in this flashback. And I'm thinking that's how Roger gets him in the aftermath. And as for Kuma meeting Saturn, I mean, considering that Kuma lived, I guess he like teleports himself out of there before he gets killed or something. We also see Roger's pirates, with Roger having the straw hat with him. Wow, that's really cool. And also just, you know, the straw hat's significance still hasn't been explained, which is hilarious. I mean, you know, it clearly belonged to Joy Boy at some point, but it's like, why was it significant? What is it made out of? Is it some kind of special straw? We don't see the whole God Valley incident. We only see the different factions arriving and skip to Sorbet Kingdom, in which Kuma, Ivankov, and Ginny escape to. So this is definitely going to anger a lot of people, and it's understandable, because it's like Oda is clearly messing with our emotions at this point. Like, he's playing with us. He knows what he's doing. Like, he's hyping us up. We're thinking like, oh man, we're about to see the most epic battle ever. It's like, no, actually we're not. And this is part of the course for him. He's done this plenty of times. There's so many flashbacks and battles that still need to be resolved, or for us to know the resolution of them. And I have faith. I do think that Oda will come back and show us most of them. Not all of them, of course, but I think the main significant ones. And this won't be different. We're just taking another detour, but we for sure have to see the resolution of the God Valley incident, because so many things come of it, and the final thing is essentially Emu using Uranus to erase it from the globe, right? So what leads to that? Also, Ginny here, I'm pretty sure this is Kuma's wife, or eventually going to be the mother of Bonnie. Pretty obvious, you know, with the whole eating thing. It's like, where did Bonnie get that from? Oh, she got it from Ginny. And, you know, considering that Ginny's not around anymore, I think it all adds up there. I'm just putting that out there for anybody who was confused. But that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Let me know what you think about these in the comments, and I cannot wait for the full summary, and I can't wait to see if we see rocks. But like it if you liked it, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.